actually, it is a nice place to meet.
Yeah.
Because where would you say you're meeting? Like, okay,
People.
if we're taking online
Off the table.
where are we meeting people? Because we all single.
The streets.
On the streets.
What are you saying, Adish? Welcome back, guys. It's season 2 of M&M Talks. It's your girl Malunga.
And it's your girl Mwila.
Yes, and we are the Everyday People podcast.
Make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on any other audio channels, make sure you leave us a comment. That will be really helpful to us.
Yes, and hit the notification bell.
Don't forget. So, to start the episode off, we have some guests in the building. So just to like introduce them a little bit. I'll do Nadej.
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay.
Cool.
So, one of these guests, I've known for a long time. Quite a long time, actually, in fact. And one thing I can say about this girl is she always just creates the space where you feel like assured around her and like a space of like security as well. She has such a loving heart, always hardworking, and she's like creatively like doing her writing, and like when I say like she creates in ways that's so giving to other people as well. She gives with her heart and her love, and I'm just really privileged to know her. We have Nadej in the building.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, a bit nervous.
Yeah, she meant it.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to introduce my longtime friend. She always just grounds me. She is the logic queen, guys. Do not. She's like, really? Like the way you balance each other out, but also she has the most giving and caring heart. Like genuinely a heart for her close ones, and you always go above and beyond for the people that you love. And you're just somebody that is like genuinely so consistent. Like a lot of people come in and out of your life, and even in those hard moments, they're like, oh, I can't be asked. But you're so patient with people, and you're genuinely so kind, and you're consistent. And there's not a lot of people that know how to be consistent in people's lives. So I'm just so lucky to have you, and I appreciate you as my long-term friend, my homie from back in the day. Hey, yo, man. You met in the streets. No, I mean, the streets. That's how I started. You're coming for me already. I'm coming for you. She's got some shots for me. I know. And knowing both of you guys, like we both, like Nadej, even having you here, like we're just really excited to have a girls chat. Like,
both
we've
of
been
you
needing
guys.
this. We've been needing a girls talk. So welcome to M&M Talks.
Thank you.
And we know that you're going to be back time and time again.
Yes,
now
reoccurring guest, you are family.
Okay.
So to start off, we're going to start off with, the segment, Ick of the Week.
Yes.
So you guys, we wanted to start with you guys.
Yeah, let the guests go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So should we go this way around?
Yeah. Why not?
Nadej, what is your Ick of the Week this week?
Ick of the week.
Or irritation?
I had one. What was it? So I think this is a love.
I love the cheeky.
This is the love episode, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know on like internet date, like Hinge, right?
We're going there already.
We do in
Well, it's just what came to mind. So when someone like sends a like and there's no conversation, to me, that's like walking up to me and saying nothing.
Dude, I've never thought about it like that before, but it's true. It's so true.
We have some confessions.
I've done that.
I've done it as well many times.
I have too. But I do it when you have nothing. There's not much for me to respond to on your profile. But I feel like I have enough on my profile for you to have something to say.
Yeah.
So I've done it too. But for me, it's just like, because then it then puts the pressure on me to start the conversation.
Yeah.
And I just might not. So
Yeah. So you're both kind of walking up to each other with no words.
Wait for someone to start.
Yeah.
And then no one start.
You're
And
just
then
someone
Yeah.
gets unmatched and then
And then it's just all over before it's even started.
Before it even began.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So you just leave the like there?
No, not always. Sometimes like someone does do that and like I have something to say and I'm like, oh, so I'm not like super harsh with it, but I would prefer if you're gonna like to have to open the
Start the
conversation,
conversation.
because it does to me feel like you're walking up to me and saying nothing.
Yeah,
Fair.
I agree. I actually agree with
But
that.
can I ask, would you say that it's more on the guy then to initiate that conversation? Like, do you like to leave it more?
Or is it the person who likes?
It's the person who liked, yeah. So if I like, 9 times out of 10, I'm having there's a conversation, and I will think hard about what I can say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And there have been times where I haven't, but it's most of the time because it was actually a slip. Like it was
Ooh,
accident.
If you got that like from the dead, and you didn't get a response, that means it wasn't for real.
If Nadej likes you on, yeah.
Wherever.
But
Maybe
that
she
actually
doesn't like
happened
you.
with someone that I did actually genuinely like.
Oh,
so, yeah.
okay.
And then they were graceful enough to like start the conversation. But yeah, that's a bit of an ick for me.
Okay, I hear that.
I
You
hear
need to have
that.
attention. You need to have
I
intention.
feel like sometimes, well, when I do it, it's kind of like a test. Like I'm testing the person.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the games are being played.
We love it.
Because so I would like them, we'll match, and then I just wait. Like, how much do you like me? Do you know what I
Ooh,
mean? So, or am I just another like? Do you know what I mean? So,
A bit of a mind, yeah, just to
little bit,
understand.
Just how eager are you, and are you even there? Because sometimes like they match and then they're off. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's just a little test.
So
do you know
what does
I
it
mean?
take for you to like the person and initiate the conversation?
That's
then?
a good question.
I must really like them.
Okay.
Maybe something on their page, like I'll just comment on something on their page. But like you said, if there's not much to go off, it's like, okay, you bring the conversation.
That's
But,
true.
yeah.
That's true. But do you, most of the time, would you say you leave it to the other person, like to the guy? You prefer the guy to initiate the chat?
Preferably the guy initiate the chat.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to initiating if that's what it takes. I'm not opposed to it. But
Yeah.
preferably.
So yeah, it's okay.
Why? What were you?
No, because I just if I like someone, I'll like and I'll initiate the chat because I'm the one who liked them. I never thought about like it being the guy's
job
role
or something.
to initiate the
That's
chat.
how I see it.
Yeah.
It is, even though I liked it, is still his
Duty.
role.
Not role, but yeah.
Duty.
Yeah.
Responsibility. It's your responsibility.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess in person, you might prefer it that way as well. So it makes sense. Like, it depends. Like, if in person as well, because I know online dating is, you know, a lot of people do that. But if you like the guy or the girl, whoever, to like initiate, then, you know, I guess you might like the same online as well.
That's true.
So
That's
does
true.
that mean then, when these guys are liking me and not making any conversation, they're testing me? Is that what is that what's going on?
Maybe, but I think guys and girls think differently.
Yeah.
I think they think
100%.
differently. I think sometimes when it comes to like online, I feel like I would hope that the guy is like intentional around, especially if he's already liked you. Maybe he's lazy. It's already given characteristic that you don't really want.
That's
And it's
the
like,
thing.
if you're not gonna be conversating from
That
the
is-
beginning,
yeah.
then like, what are we doing?
Yeah, where are we going?
Where are we going? Do you know what I mean? So it is a good
Initiative.
testing ground on that side.
Yeah.
But then it's like, why are you testing me? You liked me.
Yeah.
Why are you testing me?
Oh,
Like,
I like, don't test me. Because I will fail. I'm joking.
We'll fail together miserably because no one's gonna say anything. So.
Yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Naomi,
So we
what-
like that. One of my icks was.
Bro, we're just
got
gonna skip
Naomi.
me, boy.
Naomi did not give her a nick.
Oh my
This is
god.
what
This is
Everything's about you.
For a minute, because wait, did Naomi not just share?
No, but I was just like,
didn't.
off
You
the
were
back of
going
what
on.
you said.
I'm not gonna lie. I also thought that was your it.
Oh,
No,
I
really?
thought that was your it.
No, I understood you, girl. I understood. Yeah,
Okay, so we got some. Okay, Nadej, don't worry, I'm here with you. Oh,
We're sorry.
Go on, Naomi. Tell us what's your ick of this
So
week.
mine's a bit more, I guess, light-hearted. Mine's just, okay, are you guys tea and biscuit lovers?
Biscuit.
Tea and
I'm
biscuit
tea
lovers.
lover,
Together?
but
Oh.
not necessarily with the biscuit. part.
Okay. Any tea
I
and
do
biscuit
like
lovers in the
I do like a
house?
tea and biscuit, but I haven't had some in a while.
In a minute, okay, me
Yeah.
neither. But my ick is, if you're going to dunk your biscuit in the tea, dunk it for a decent amount of time.
No. No, it can fall. It can fall.
It has to be just before the fall.
No, but how do you know? How do you know?
Listen, you've got the
This
experience
is
in this.
It's a bit risky.
Nah.
Wow.
You have
saw a
to.
video
I like
of a
to
woman.
dip out. Dip
No,
it.
what's that? What
Naomi.
baptism is that? No, you need to,
The biscuit.
you need to soak it in there, a little bit.
Soak it.
Okay, I think it depends on the biscuit as well.
Which one are you talking about?
So,
Not
but I saw a
digestive.
video of a woman. She had a shortbread. You know, shortbreads are thick.
Oh yeah, it's true. No, I can't dip it. I can't dip it shortbread. I can't dip it shortbread.
If someone did that in front of me, I'll be
So
very
you want them to
upset.
be
So you want that?
thick. I want you to hold
So
it
you
for
want
a
the
bit.
mushy biscuit at the bottom of your tea?
There's a sweet spot where it's soft enough, but
Okay.
it's not about to
I'm
drop.
learning something here.
So if it's like a digestive, don't hold it in there for too long.
Okay.
The digestive one, you have to just.
because it's quite crumbly.
It's crumbly, and then when it goes, it's all over your teeth. Done.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's like a rich tea's a bit more firm, so you can hold it in there for a bit longer.
All right.
It's true, isn't it?
I don't play when it comes to dunking
Yeah.
the tea. So that's my ick of the week. It's something a bit,
So you saw this online.
This ick.
Do you know what? It was just this week. My cousin sent me a TikTok of a woman, and she was talking about after she finishes her dinner, like she just needs something to eat. So tea and biscuit is her go-to. And she was there in front of the camera, and I was just watching her, like, okay, cool. And she just, no.
She's doing it wrong.
She just
did it
didn't.
wrong.
Naomi was like,
I couldn't believe
disgraceful.
it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? So will you have the tea and biscuits? Is this after the dinner? Is this like in the evening?
Yeah,
What,
this is
what
like
time are
a-
we giving the tea and biscuits here?
I
'Cause
mean, tea and biscuit can be any time of the day. Do you know what I mean? But definitely after a meal, a good hearty meal,
Okay.
just something just to, you know, it's not too heavy,
Yeah.
not too sweet.
Yeah.
Couple biscuits,
I
you don't
love
need
it.
too much.
I love
Do you know what? I don't know how to stop. That's
That's
why I
the
don't do
thing.
it too much because the whole packet is gone.
But you know what you need to do? See, listen. You need to just take a couple, put on a little plate,
Yeah.
put the biscuit back in the kitchen, and then go with
But I
your-
know it's in the kitchen.
But it's a bit of a boundary that you've
Yeah,
created.
It's true.
exactly.
It's true.
Out of mind a little
Exactly.
bit.
Yeah,
You might
yeah.
forget.
Yeah,
It's
if the
true.
pack's just there, you could probably be watching your show
Yeah,
And
just
you
going
just
through
jumping
it.
constantly,
through it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. But then what I
Okay.
do is I put lots on the plate. So it doesn't matter if it's in it.
Like 8 or 9.
can't
know,
So maybe
because-
2 or 3.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, that is
that's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
love it.
It's true. It's true. You got,
I know,
you got,
yeah.
We'll come to you now as the
Just
dipping.
message me. Just
Okay.
Message me the biscuit, and I'll let you know the time.
The time. Oh, you even know the time. Wow, you got it down to a
the
T.
time.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for our M&Ms as well, let us know what your biscuit, you
Yeah.
know, what it's looking like, your little biscuit regime. We love it. We love it.
Go on. It's your turn. Now it's your turn. Now.
Now you got
Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn.
Now you don't want to speak. Okay, so my ick would be going to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist. I put myself on blast forever. Whatever, yeah. The teeth are still brushed. The teeth are still brushed regardless. But what I'm saying is that I hadn't gone to the dentist in ages, and I just thought, you know what, it's about time. And I knew it was about time because the gums were bleeding.
Oh, that is definitely the it was before that time. It was
I'm
supposed
gonna
to
be real. I'm gonna be real. The gums were bleeding ever so slightly.
Okay.
And you know when you're just thinking, no, there's something up here. You know.
right.
So I thought, okay, you know, and I don't think that mouthwash, you know, the one where
Close
with
the door.
whatever
Listerine.
it is, yeah, like you know, for the if your gums bleed,
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
Apparently
Close the door,
you
close
can't
the door.
use that too much or something
Like
because
3
it's
or
not
2
good.
times. Yeah.
It's not good for you, or whatever. So I wasn't trying to like just do something to correct it, and I'm just wrong. I went to the dentist. A sis was like, "Girl,
Yeah.
What did they say?
Longer.
girl, you know what?
You haven't been for a long time.
I don't even know if I want to share this. but
You know my story.
yeah, you
know my
please
what
enlighten
happened?
after? Yeah, but I basically they were a little bit inflamed, the gums.
okay.
So she was just basically like, yeah, you have to make sure you're like doing the flossing every day. Like you have to just be more diligent. And she also told me about a better technique when you are brushing. These are things we're not taught in school.
Oh, no.
You know, nobody teaches us these things. So like, I just didn't know like how bad it was getting. But when I went, it all got sorted. So we're all good in the hood.
Okay, that's
I know
good.
you went to the dentist recently.
Yeah.
As well.
What happened with your
So
story?
it was very similar. Well, different issues, but it was very similar. Like I hadn't been to the dentist. I won't say how long, but equally in a long time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the funny thing is, I feel like one of the reasons why I hadn't gone in so long is because the last time I went to the dentist was like, "Oh my god, your teeth are so good. Do you use an
they
electric
gassed
tooth?"
you.
Or they
Oh,
gassed
okay, they
me.
gassed you. You were like, I don't need to come here no more. Yeah.
I've upgraded. I've graduated.
Yeah, innit? I've got my degree. I don't need to come.
I'm an expert.
Okay,
Yeah.
so So it was kind of that, but also it was like, no, this is gonna give away how long it was, but
Yeah.
you're not a student anymore.
Okay.
And then you have to pay.
You pay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a bit
what's put me off, boy.
It's a bit.
okay.
It is
Yeah,
mad.
and then it's not like NHS and all them things
No.
anymore. So
No,
that's
you
also
gotta pay
what
yourself,
made it happen.
yeah.
So similar to Malunga, I think it's just a regular checkup. I think I'm gonna be fine. No. Oh my god. So my wisdom tooth was impacted, which means it was growing into the next tooth. So it's going sideways into
I've
the
had
tooth
that.
in front of it.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah. So it was that. But the other thing was that I was grinding my teeth down so much because of stress. So I had grinded one of my teeth so much down, which is why it was causing me I suppose pain in that area and sensitivity in that area. So they were like, quick, fast, before Christmas, you need to have the surgery to get your wisdom tooth removed. So that's what happened.
Oh
that was,
my-
remember the day after?
Wow.
Yeah, because you were
Friends-
saying.
Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I do remember
They pulled it out.
Yeah.
yeah. So they pulled it. My face
Feel your
was
pain.
swollen. My face. Oh god. Whew.
Hurts.
Yeah. So they pulled it out. But you know what? I was a champion
Yeah, well
because
done.
I got it done right, and I was local anesthetic, which means they numbed my mouth,
your
but I
mouth.
wasn't fully under.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then when I
yeah.
went to New Year's, I went to my friend's house for New Year's, and I told them, they were like, "What?" I was general anesthetic. I was all the way out.
asleep.
I was like, "Wow."
Like, not me,
I took that
not
shit
me,
like a champion.
Yeah, no, well done.
Like a
Yeah,
champ.
yeah.
And then and obviously I'm awake for everything. So I hear the drill.
The drill is
the
the thing that
drilling,
scares
the
me.
cracking,
Ah.
everything. Yeah.
Have you guys not had your teeth out before?
I was a big girl.
I've had
You've never
four
had
out,
it?
to
God
be
forbid,
fair.
4.
Yeah.
I got 4 taken out when I was maybe 16 for braces. They were
Oh.
Oh, but
your-
not with normal.
No, adult
normal
teeth. Your
normal
big.
teeth,
Oh,
yeah.
normal. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Why?
two on the
What-
top,
what
two on the bottom.
for?
They said it was overcrowded for my braces. So they said we'll take 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. But yeah, same thing. Not general, local.
Local
anesthetic.
aesthetic.
Okay.
But maybe because I was young, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. So I was just like, all right, then cool.
It's a scary
Yeah.
But
place, you know.
it's scary.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember when you were younger? Did your dentist used to give you a lollipop afterwards?
No.
I used to get a
Wow.
lollipop.
Wow.
To
No.
go to the
Does it not
dentist.
defeat the purpose?
I did. You know what? So
rude.
mad. I used to
Like the
love it.
lollipop.
And then I thought,
Yeah.
you know what? These guys fraudsters.
They want you
They
back.
want me back. They want me here forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that are you just trying to create a problem just to
Yeah.
get a quick penny or something? You know how car mechanics is oh yeah, you need
You
your
got to
oil
do this,
change,
yeah.
got
And you don't know what they say. You
It's
just believe
true.
them.
I don't know.
I'm looking at the exam and they're telling me
Yeah.
this, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
That's so interesting, yeah, because if you're not a professional in
Yeah,
it,
how are
you
you
don't know,
supposed
so
to
they
know?
could charge you
True.
anything.
Yeah.
It's like, even with my flat, I was thinking the other day, this builder was like, yeah, this needs to be done. I was thinking, he was like, this is how much it's going to be. I was like, is that how much it's going to be?
Yeah.
I didn't really prepare for
Yeah.
that, but because he's been doing it for ages, a part of me was like,
Yeah.
you just have to sometimes trust the person's being honest. But if you can try and bargain, try and bargain. But yeah, with the dentist, it's like, there was no bargaining there. They just told me, girl, they also did a deep clean for me, a
I
deep
need
clean,
to
everything.
Yeah.
But it was actually and they injected my gums as well with the numbing thing.
Yeah,
The numbing,
yeah,
so
I
similar
like that
but
as well. Yeah.
yeah, it made me think, you know what, this is actually quite good to do anyways. Now I'm regularly,
Twice a year.
so that I don't have to go through the whole thing again
And be shocked.
Yeah, and be shocked, because I just thought, dentist, I'm going in, it's calm, it's gonna be fine, and my whole day I was just out, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my ick.
Oh, yeah. Well, for
What
me,
about you?
do you know what? Yeah, when you guys were talking, I was thinking about my experience in the hospital before. Yeah, so my ick was essentially when somebody tells you you're going to do something like a procedure and you weren't expecting it, and they don't allow you to be shocked. So I'm in the doctor's, because my eye's hurting me. A&E, and I'm thinking they're gonna give me eye drops, but the guy was just like, we're gonna need to take a sample from your eye. I said, sample from where?
I didn't know that.
I love that your reaction was honest as well.
I was
You were
like, what do you mean?
you weren't even trying to hide.
How do you do that?
What is that? What does that mean?
He was just like, yeah, and I was just like, when is this gonna happen? So I can prepare myself.
Yeah.
Today. He said,
They do that. They throw it on
Yeah.
you.
what? No, I was shocked. Do you know what? I sat there and he said, okay, you're gonna have to wait. I was waiting for hours, and I was
Could you
like,
imagine just
No.
having
my
that
heart
on
was
your
like, oh my
mind?
god, am I gonna
Oh,
go
no.
blind? I didn't know what to expect in it.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, are you sure? Do you need it? Is it critical? Can we do something else? Is there anything? And he was just like, no. It's just a quick sample. He was just like, it's just a quick sample.
it's
Don't
nothing.
worry.
They do that. They
I know.
Down,
Why
100%.
are you doing that to me?
Yeah.
It's scary. scary.
Very
Like it's not
very
scary. But he's so used to. It's an eye specialist. He's used to maybe this procedure all the time.
Okay.
This was no like he just is like, I will numb your eye with some eye drops, and they will take it from that way. I said, I'm gonna see the blade because you know your eyes where they're taking.
So what happens to your eye after? You have a black patch?
No, it's just fine. He's just like, we're just scraping just the top layer. It's fine.
It's not even like you've gone to like opticians or not opticians, one of those specialists, like just your average.
Just average A&E. Eye specialist.
Average doctors, I don't know where they're
specialist, mate. Not no GP.
I don't.
For all the people in A&E, they're thinking they're average.
No try.
And they're working hours. No, but specialists
He
help.
was a specialist eye doctor because there was the eye area. It was an eye
cool.
specialist area. So he was just like, we want to make sure that. And to be fair, he was just like, want to make sure there isn't anything like for the future, like any risk of blindness and stuff. And that's what got me. And I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't want to go blind. You need to check all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So he was just like, we'll just do it, innit? And my dad was just like, I could tell my dad was a bit nervous because he came to like support, but he was just like, it's fine, you'll be fine. He was trying to, he was backing the doctor, innit? Like, it's nothing. But I was like, if it was you, you wouldn't be doing this procedure. But yeah, it was fine. So then when I got in there, the guy he was just like, you wear contacts, you're going to be fine. Trust me, you're going to be fine. And I was just like, but this is different. Like, what do you mean? And he was just like, it's just a small needle we're going to use and then it's fine. It'll be fine.
A needle in the eye?
Yeah, to scrape it, innit?
No.
So
I'm out. I'm
Sorry?
going home.
And are you? So they're gonna numb your eyes. So
they numbed my eyes. So I said to him,
But
is it
you're
numb?
aware the
Is
whole
it
time.
numb?
Do you get it?
I mean, he was just like, I
So
was just
they
like,
numb your eye
they
before
numb-
they put the injection.
yeah, and then so they make you wait for a little bit. And I was just like, are you sure it's not worn off? Like, is it numb?
yeah.
He's just like, I'll give you some more numbing. Just-
That fear is so real. Like when you know they're going in to numb something,
But
and
you
then
don't
start
know.
slicing
Exactly.
and you're worried that it's not working, or it's not kicked in,
Yeah.
and you're like,
I need to be numb.
Yeah.
Guys, when I tell you,
Yeah.
it was actually one of the simplest procedures I've
Oh,
ever done.
really?
Yeah, like it took like 2 minutes.
But you could see
I
it.
could
like,
see it. I could see there's like a needle or something
Going into
there.
your eye.
And then he just got his little sample. He was just like, do you know what, you did so well. Let me get the
another one.
No, someone to
What
come and
here?
do it with like, you know those what are they called? The teaching. It's like
Trainees.
teaching trainees
Oh.
to come and
Trainee
do.
doctors
And I
that come
said,
You're not no guinea pig.
I know.
When they do that sometimes, it's a bit like,
I
can we
said,
have
no,
a
let's just do.
Yeah.
I've just come a long way. I'm
Yeah.
happy with how we've done.
Yeah.
So he got enough samples and everything was fine. There was no problems for the future and nothing like that. But I was nervous, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I said, nah. These times you need to make people like have the feeling of fear. Just let them experience it because
Yeah.
it does. You know, maybe you don't want to panic too much. Yeah. Because
Or
he
just
actually had to say
validate
to me
them,
like,
like,
it's gonna be
yeah.
fine. And when he
Yeah.
said that, I was like, okay. And then I was
yeah.
fine. But
Yeah,
like
that's
it
all
was
you need.
yeah.
It makes
Just
all the
that.
difference when like the kind of practitioner is kind of willing to kind of comfort you through it and
It's
hold your hand and
true.
just validate
Trust
you and
me,
be like,
yeah.
my surgeon when I was doing my wisdom, she was just like, you're doing so good,
Oh.
well done. My mouth all open, okay. But that's how I cope.
Yeah.
The way I cope is I talk my way through it.
Okay.
It's so
Yeah.
nerve-wracking. So I'm all talking. She's like, you need to shush. I'm trying to do
Oh,
an
yeah.
operation.
Yeah.
But that's
Your
how I
mouth.
cope. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nah. It's good.
Yeah.
And it's good to know how to cope, how you cope with things. Because I don't know what to.
Yeah.
That's a
someone
bit
was to say,
wild.
how do you cope? I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
Sometimes it's like just rip the band-aid off, just do it
True,
quickly.
yeah.
Sometimes I prefer it like that because then I'm not like deep in
Thinking
it.
about it
overthinking
Yeah,
too
it's
much.
true.
it.
It's true.
But we've all been brave girls.
We
We've
have.
all
We
been
have.
through a few tricky things.
Yeah.
And we've all been brave, but are we brave when it comes to love?
Okay, segue.
Try to just
That was a good
Segue.
segue.
She's the segue queen.
That was slick.
I know,
Yeah,
she's the segue queen.
That one was ruined. Yeah.
Are we brave when it comes to romance?
too brave, mate.
Too brave. Too brave.
What would you say on a scale of 1 to 10?
Or too foolish. I don't know.
Oh, it's true.
yeah.
I think I can be that same too brave too.
Okay.
But
So
you guys go.
When we say brave, it's like, okay, can you be impulsive or you like heart on the sleeve? I'm going to go for it. If this is someone that you really like, right? Because there's a difference. I feel like when I know, like I can speak from my perspective, but like when I really like someone, you know, there's a lot that sis, you know, will do. So
elaborate.
I just don't want to, you know. But yeah, I just want to know, like, we can go round and do the
Okay.
scale of
1 to 10.
Yeah, like, so 10 being, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm quite brave, and I'm actually feeling quite brave this year when it comes to love. Willing to kind of go there fully. Yeah, and then so 10 being quite brave, 1 being like, listen, I've been hurt quite a few times. I'm gonna sit back and just pause altogether.
Ooh.
Let's go round. I think
Right,
we should
wait,
start
first.
with our guests.
Okay,
first.
guess.
We love throwing them in the fire.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to.
I'm looking at Naomi.
Go on, Naomi, go on,
And I'll
Naomi.
around
Yeah,
all
this
day.
way.
So I would say for that question, I'm more of like a 2 or a 3
Okay.
when it comes to just putting myself out there, wearing my heart. No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm a bit more calculated. I think not just 1 step ahead, but 2, 3. I take calculated risks, but I'm not just going to throw myself out there. Even if it is someone that I genuinely do like, I'm always thinking like, okay, but what if? Or just like, is it too good to be true kind of thing?
Yeah.
So, I'm more in my head in that sort of way. Like, I don't just...
Put it all out
No.
there.
So,
Yeah.
I'd say if I'm being honest, more of like a 2 or a 3. Maybe I should do that a bit more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe my method isn't really working. Well, it clearly isn't. But yeah, definitely more calculated, I would say.
Would you say, like, as well, you know how you were saying you think 1-2 steps ahead? Would you say you think for the other person sometimes as well, like how they might react if you do suggest, you know what, I'm feeling quite hungry, let's go and eat, you know, because obviously who initiates
that?
Yeah, like who
Okay.
initiates? Because putting yourself out there, sometimes you might have to be a bit more vulnerable and like you might really want to see someone, right? But you're just thinking, I don't know. You could be thinking for
waiting,
them
yeah.
as well,
Okay.
or waiting for them to.
Yeah.
So do you think like sometimes you might get into that mindset as well?
Yeah,
Or-
I get into that pattern of definitely, thinking for them or just having my guard up a lot. Like, I definitely have my guard up, especially when it comes to guys. Maybe it's the type of guys that I'm choosing as well that just kind of force me to have my guard up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually respect the honesty though, because it's hard. Like it doesn't come from nowhere. Like just having your guard up all of a sudden.
It's true.
But I don't know.
Sometimes-
Yeah.
You need to have a guard up.
Yeah.
Because when you don't, you're just.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Also, you need to know yourself. Like, I know if I get hurt, I'm not someone that's just like
Bounce
cool,
back.
bounce back onto the next, resilient.
Yeah.
No, like it's gonna take me a minute. So why would I put myself in that fire
situation.
constantly?
Yeah.
So I'd rather just play it by ear, take it step by step.
Yeah.
So I don't have
smart.
to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting as well because we always talk about that as well between both of us because we're both so different,
Opposite, yeah.
but then we're similar in a lot of ways. So
Yeah.
I feel like I learn a lot from like the way you might take your time will be a bit more guarded, and then like we learn from each other. But yeah, like with me, it's sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm loving again, boy. I'm ready. Like sometimes I'm there again. I guess I really like this one.
Yeah.
I guess
All the
I
way
guess
in.
it's official if you know. And it's like how, but it's just I love,
Love.
but
Yeah.
you don't want to just love the idea of love.
That is so true. That's a word.
Yeah, because I feel like some people can just like love anyone, like can easily just fall in love like that. It's like no, like I want you to
Love me. Yeah. Not just anyone. They can't just be
I'm not a
everybody's.
place
True.
filler. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're the next person. Like, okay, you tick a couple boxes.
Yeah.
right,
I hate
cool.
that. I hate
Love-
that.
No,
Yeah.
I feel that's icky to me. Like,
That's the same.
yeah,
Same.
yeah.
What about you, Nadej?
I think I'm brave in some respects.
Mm.
I don't think I'm brave when it comes to actually committing. I think that takes so much. And I think I maybe sometimes lean too much on like needing to be certain. Because I think to myself, like when I'm dating, I think I sometimes think like, can I see myself happy with this person for the rest of my life? But maybe sometimes that's too soon to ask that question.
It's true because you're still getting to know them.
Yeah. So I suppose like I still think that like at a certain point in the dating process, but I think I'm bravish. I think I take calculated risks. I think I can think of like sometimes I've been brave. So I would say maybe depending on what time, what season it is, anything between maybe a 5 and 7. I would say
Okay.
out of 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that person going to make me happy for the rest
Rest
of
of
your
your
life?
Yeah, like I think to myself, because I think if I can't see myself happy with this person,
What's the point?
then I'm kind of wasting their time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I kind of
Long-term
Do you think
happy.
that takes?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like something quick that you can find?
not
in-
necessarily, but
Yeah.
I remember like with my ex, for example, I remember like asking myself that with him. And the answer was like, yeah, I can see myself. But then I asked myself that with other people, and I know it's a no.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a no.
But do you think it's a
Interesting.
no and a maybe, or like a no
It's a
and a
flat
grow?
no.
Like it could grow.
Go into
Oh,
that.
no and a grow.
Yeah.
Yes,
No
lyrics.
and a
Or do you like no straight away? Like no is no, it's not going to change.
I sometimes know it's difficult because I think like I try to, in some respects I'm quite practical in my decision making, but in some respects I'm also quite idealistic, and I think that I think what was the question again?
Is
Is
it a no and a grow,
No.
or just a no?
I think I'm very clear on what my needs are, and I think I know very quickly if that person can meet my needs, and my
That's
needs are
real,
mostly
yeah.
emotional.
Okay.
So I'm judging how emotionally what's the word, mature you are,
Yeah.
how emotionally
The
available you
intelligence.
are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can gauge that quite quickly,
Yeah.
even on the first date, by how people move.
True.
So
How they
sometimes it's
respond.
like, I love everything about you. I love the way you look.
Yeah.
I love your career. I love a lot of things about you.
smell.
But the emotional
Your
intelligence,
smell,
if it's not
but,
there,
like, I know
touch.
that those
Yeah.
core needs, you can't meet
It's not
them.
being met.
Yeah.
100%.
And for that reason, I cannot see myself
Yeah.
being happy with you
You're not
probably for the
gonna-
rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I think that emotional growth is probably one of the more difficult areas for people to grow in.
True.
as well.
Trust.
Yeah.
And I think at the age we're at now, not obviously disclosing our ages, but we know, do you know what I mean? And people have kind of built their character at this point. Obviously, like, people can change.
Yeah.
That's fine. But on average, let's be real. Like, I feel by this point, most people have already established their
Who they
character.
are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am who I am.
Yeah.
If I'm not seeing it in the first few weeks,
Yeah.
I don't know.
disagree with you.
I think I agree to some extent, but I do
Yeah.
feel like people evolve year on year on year.
But
I
how
think
drastically though?
Do you know what?
enough for them to be see like a new perspective of like, especially when they're put in certain situations. I feel like people live up to certain things because of the situation they're in, and so they end up growing in that space, or they end up learning you in a new way.
true.
I think if they want to.
That's
Yeah.
You
true.
could be
It's
put
a
in a
wanting
situation
list,
and
yeah.
refuse
To
to
grow.
grow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah,
stubborn.
yeah.
You could be proud.
It's true.
I think
yes.
it's about like
Yeah.
you grow and you change when that's what you want.
Yeah.
And when you have the ability to like self-reflect as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes you see it more as an outsider or somebody coming in. You're like, oh, I wish. You know, you're just
if you
like, I
just
wish.
did this.
If you just did a couple
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
or like was reflective.
But that's what we do.
enough.
That's what we do though as women. We be like, if you just had this,
It's
and
true,
this.
it's
But
stop.
I'm also a part of that. It's not like I'm probably the worst.
It's the potential thing.
Yeah.
Where you can see that someone's got so much light and love in them, and like
Yeah.
sometimes even for me, like, I just fall for the way someone makes me feel. I just feel so
Yeah.
much joy, and
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
there's all these other things like the emotional maturity
Yeah.
isn't there, and they keep letting me down. And then what do you do from that? You know what I
Gotta
mean?
throw it away.
Do you think quite a lot of, would you say, men in that sense?
I was gonna say that.
What would you say? Like, I know obviously men and women, they think and they love very differently, but you know, somehow we make it work
I
sometimes.
don't know how, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't know how. But would you say that? What would you say? Like men would you say they tend to be a little bit more
I think
emotionally?
they struggle
like,
a bit more.
More emotionally intelligent. Is that
I
what
was
we're
gonna
asking?
say like a little bit underdeveloped in that area.
Yeah, go on, you go.
No. So my views on this are very controversial.
Go on.
Yeah,
we love a bit
go
of
on. We would love-
controversy.
Yeah, go on.
I don't feel like
It's a man and woman.
women
thing.
are more emotionally mature than men.
That's true. Okay.
I don't think.
Let's unpack that.
Yeah, why?
I don't. I feel like
Why?
women, like just from what I have experienced, like growing up and stuff like that, I feel like women have the tendency to be a bit more emotionally manipulative and abusive. I just say it, and I
No,
feel
speak
like
it from the chest.
I like it.
Yeah.
None of us said no.
But we felt that. I don't know why I felt that. I'm not manipulative.
But yeah,
But yeah,
No,
what,
like,
yeah.
But like, so for example, like when this show I'm watching at the moment, oh shit, what's it called on Netflix? I think it's called The Truth.
Okay.
So I
I've
started
seen
watching this
this.
show
Okay.
called The Truth on Netflix. And it's just so interesting watching it and also like relating to like what I'm seeing, because I find that I'm not saying men are more mature than women, because I don't think they are. Like I do think that stereotype somewhat is true, that men are less mature in other ways. I think they tend to be a bit more selfish. They don't tend to think about how their decisions impact the people around them. Women tend to be more responsible. But in terms of like emotional maturity, when we're talking about the ability to apologize and the ability to be like, I hurt you, I'm sorry, and that kind of thing, I haven't experienced it as much from women as I have from men.
Okay.
I disagree.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
I was just gonna ask. So when you hear it from a man, do you feel like it's genuine? Like when they say it, like, "Oh, I apologize." Do you feel like it's a genuine apology, or it's kind of just like, "Oh, let's move on"?
Yeah, like when it's I'm talking about situations where, and I think that's just one example, but I think just like, I don't know, like I think maybe just because we all have men and women have their kind of toxic traits. I just think they manifest differently.
100%.
So for men, it kind of manifests like kind of sometimes like violence and other, so equally as bad things. It's not that one is better than the other, but I feel like women's dark side manifests as that kind of emotional abuse, emotional manipulation, you know, like blame, guilt tripping, projection, that kind of stuff.
And would you say
That
it's
can
more?
happen. It's true though.
Would you say you have more of that view because of more of like your experience with
100%.
women? Yeah, like if you like with your experiences, women versus men.
Yes,
Okay, so the women you would say that you were around, or you just felt like.
All that I learned as an adult, because when you're younger, I don't know that's what's going on. I just know that, this hurt my feelings. Like this, but then you grow up and then you go through therapy and then you kind of like locate the different things that you experienced and be like, and your therapist does it for you and you're like, wow, that's what that was, you know? And then you find that sometimes it makes you a bit more kind of, what's the word? Vulnerable to finding yourself repeating those patterns in friendships as adults. So 100%, because not all women are going to feel that way. Like not all women are going to experience that. But I think, it's a complicated one.
So the men, you don't mind trusting a bit more in that sense, or like kind of seeing it as, okay, you haven't necessarily experienced that with the men in your life as much.
I've definitely experienced it for sure. But I think I am more maybe confident to kind of maybe set those boundaries, or maybe like I don't draw it in as much as I maybe do repeating those patterns with women. And I think that
that's so interesting. Honestly, thanks for sharing that, because it is women handle things very differently and can be very emotional and I mean, wow, I'm digesting that. But
and I think as women we kind of we try and force men to fit, or how do I say it? Like we want men to have the same emotional intelligence as us. Yeah. When they might not. Like they might have something different. Yeah. So if it's not the same as yours, then it's not the same as yours, and you kind of.
And it's fine.
Yeah, but we try and make them know, like, I'm right, you're wrong, you should be the same as. I think that's where my issue is trying to make them fit my box when it's just not gonna fit.
Very different. I think when you celebrate those differences, you're able to work a little bit more.
That's true.
Because it's like, this is what you bring naturally. And you know what I mean? And this is what I bring naturally. Men bring something just very like different. Seeing
it's
even
like acceptance a little bit.
Seeing guys lift the chairs and the heavy things, put things together. Yes, do it. Don't hold back, you know. I don't need to be doing that kind of stuff. Not really. I will help if I need to, but do that. And then for me, it's like, I might be able to play my role, cook for you at a certain point. You know, you've got to win some brownie points. But anyways, I digress. You, share your your thoughts.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what was the question?
How brave are you when it comes to like dating and love right now?
It's interesting. I feel like I've got 2 numbers on polar opposite ends of the stick, which is, I don't know.
So you're both?
I'm both,
So funny.
Depends
I feel like
what day or
I can be a 9.
I know. Sometimes you can be a 9.
I can be a 9. Or I can be a 2.
Fair.
You go through seasons.
I know.
Fair.
It's not making sense, but it's making sense. So like, I feel like when it comes to like showing my love or saying that I actually am genuinely interested in someone, I can do that. Like I can just be like fall all in, and I can just tell them, oh, like, you know, I'm feeling you, like how are you feeling about the situation, that type of thing. But then sometimes I may be feeling like a bit insecure, or I might be thinking like, I'm not sure how they're feeling, and that makes me feel like I don't really know. Like I want them to come to me and give me that reassurance in that moment, and so I'm in that too, because I'm not like brave enough to give that, like, I don't know, like that assurance of like, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, or let them know like, this is how I feel. Like I want you to assure me, so then I can now then tell you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and come a bit more forward. So if you know that, like, if they come up to you and they're like, oh, Mwila, I'm just feeling you, man. Like, you're just... you know what I mean? Like, you're just a bit at me.
Yeah.
Please don't
Do you know what's so
introduce
bad?
me
Do you
to
know
anyone that you're seeing that talks like that? 'Cause I'm like,
The other day I was in, I won't say where I was somewhere, and some guy came up to me, came chatting up to me, yeah, and I don't know why. He was cute, but like, I was just like, I'm just not into guys. I don't know where that came from, but because I am into guys, but I was just like, to him, like, I'm just not into guys. I don't know why I said that. And he was just like, oh yeah, I rate that still, I rate that. And she was just like, that's definitely not the one for you.
yeah. I rate that. I was like, no.
Yeah, he's too young. He's definitely got that
Too
young.
young.
He didn't seem that young, but he was, but anyway, it wasn't meant to be anyway. But yeah, I feel like I'm on those two sides of the stream.
No,
For sure,
fair.
yeah. Do you guys feel like you need that reassurance then?
Yeah. I feel like I think, you know, the need for validation gets a bad rap, because I think everyone needs that validation. I think that's important. So yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
We do.
And it's weird when someone does hold back from complimenting you, or like,
But guys
have you
sometimes
dealt
do
with?
that.
Yeah, have you dealt with a guy that's like, let's say, I think we were talking about this that time where, like, you know, if you get your hair done or you something, do you mind?
I don't mind.
Yeah, do you mind? I can't fully remember, but I think it was like,
She's just like, I've got a story for this one.
Yeah, so I was dating a guy, and already there was a couple red flags, but I thought, do you know what?
let me try.
Let me try. Do you know what I mean? Try something different. He ticked a few good boxes. Like he had a lot of green flags, like in terms of just like him practically. Good job, own place, car. Like he knew how to
maneuver.
Yeah, get things done.
Yeah.
But then it's that emotional intelligence
Was
stuff.
missing.
Oh my gosh,
so
that
important,
was
isn't it?
missing.
Oh.
And it was
He
a
ticked
struggle.
every box except that.
Yeah, mainly that. And
so
just
peak.
like
Shame.
his character, like you
Painful.
could tell he was quite jaded. I think he had recently broken up with his ex, maybe like a few months before, but you could tell it was still it was just lingering there. So just back to what you were saying about certain guys who, I don't know, they have this weird thing where they can't compliment. So for example, one time I think I'd just done my hair and then I went to his, he opened the door and he was staring at me, and it was a big hair. It was a big hair.
Yeah,
transformation. I was blonde.
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
and he had only
yeah.
seen
It's
him, like,
obvious.
slick back.
Yeah.
So he was just looking at me like,
Oh my god.
hi, and it was like, you know, you want to
Say something,
Say
even if it's like a
something.
jokey
Say
way or
something.
like a
Do you
flirty
think he didn't
thing.
like it?
You don't acknowledge it at all.
Maybe
What?
he didn't like it.
Do you think?
And he didn't know how to say it.
No, you can't be. You can't be.
No, I didn't really think of that, but it's true. Maybe he didn't like
And he
it.
didn't know how to say.
Maybe.
Or he just didn't want to say anything.
No, but you know
But
what?
'Cause
With a guy like that, because I kind of told you about him, he would have said it. If he didn't like it, he would
He would have said,
rather-
"Oh, I
just
don't
holding
like
back
it."
and
Yes.
complimenting
Yeah,
you.
he would
That's
rather-
a power thing, you know.
Yeah.
That is a
That's
power
a power
It's a
thing.
manipulation
That's
thing
the
as
Yeah.
well. Like, he would
Yeah.
say like, "Oh, I don't really like that shirt," or "Why?" don't you like
Okay,
it?"
okay.
And he says like that's his type of banter. Like he likes harsh banter, and he gets
That's
a bit of a
red
kick.
flag for
Yeah,
me.
so-
A kick from it.
Yeah, he gets a kick
for
out of.
me.
Yeah, it is. We don't like those
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
That is-
So yeah, that definitely made me realize like, wow, there are people out there
that
that
don't want to.
yeah,
compliment
or like
or-
really
Yeah, that's the
calculate.
real
Like I'm
thing.
going to withhold this because
That's
I don't
mad.
want to
Thing,
gas
you know.
you or
Oh,
something.
no, I
That's
don't like
what
that.
it is.
And
I
another
don't
thing
like
he
that.
said, he was like, I expect that of you. Like, of course you look nice.
Expect
like,
that of
I
you,
expect you.
but-
I'm not going to be.
But you
with
can still
that.
compliment.
Do you know what I
Sorry.
mean?
Red flaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Expect
is.
that of you.
Yeah.
It's like it's a
It
bit
is.
too much pressure as well.
Yeah.
I
It's
hate it
given
when
like dom and I'm an alpha male.
Yeah, it was
dominate.
Yeah.
Top toxic alpha male.
Yeah.
Oh, really? We hate that.
Yeah, we hate that.
You can sense it sometimes,
Yeah.
that energy is
And I
not
feel
on.
like a lot of guys hide behind that whole alpha masculine because they don't really have much else to offer.
Yeah.
In terms of like personality, conversation.
It's true.
Hear me,
Tell
boy.
them,
Like they're quite surface or quite surface in that respect. So they just really hype up this whole alpha male masculine
thing, there's not much else going on.
Yeah.
No,
it's true.
It's a shame.
It's true.
Compliment guys and girls.
Yeah.
Compliment
Do better. Do better.
your loved ones, your friends, your people, your romance. Just don't be shy.
Yeah.
More is more. More is more.
What about you? Go on.
With what? Oh yeah, with the scale of 1 to 10. I would say I'm at a 3.
Okay,
you're down
I'm
there with me.
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were on the other side. What do you mean?
We're all
shocked.
Now I'm getting confused.
Well, as in, 3 means you're low.
I think so.
Right now.
Oh, right now.
Maybe, yeah.
But in the past, you've definitely been higher than
Is
this.
it all looking at her like, no, we know you.
Question, but if I'm being very honest, right now, today, me sitting here, it's a 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hear it.
And previously, you guys know me. I've been so like confident and excited about dating. You know, I've tried a few apps. I'm not saying, calm down, guys. You know, I space it out. But what I'm saying is I'm quite impulsive at times. So it's like if I'm going for something, I see it like when you're trying for love or like when you want to find someone, it's like the same way you apply for a job, the same way, have the same energy. Because if you really want to find someone, I just feel like it's okay to mean it and go 100%. So there's been times when I've done that, but I just think I've worn myself out a little bit. And now I'm like genuinely over all of like I'm over all of it. And I think obviously living on my own, sometimes like you're bored, you're like, let me just talk to someone. You might not be meeting up with them, but you're just chatting to them. But this is like the first time that I'm genuinely not like entertaining any kind of apps. There's not even one side thing, just...
I know, all of us are like,
Are you sure?
no. My legs just...
Guys.
No. It's true, it's true.
But there's no one on the roster, girls. It's actually pissing me off.
It's a good thing.
I was gonna ask, how do you
Yeah,
feel?
it's a
How does
good
that feel?
thing.
It feels so weird. I've got to be real. It's so nice to have the cushion or the comfort or even just the app on the phone or something where it's like, because also I take my breaks off social media. So, you know, where you'd be checking your phone and you just see something funny or someone sends you like a little meme or there's like a little DM, a cute, even if it's just a love heart, like those little things do give you that like hit of dopamine, like that hit of like, oh, okay. And like you check your story and it's like that one person's watching the story or you're like, you know one of them ones.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's so like there's literally it's so dry. And as I was saying to you, then because it's so dry, I just started fantasizing.
Oh.
You know what?
I enjoy the fantasy though.
You like a bit of
Yeah.
fantasy?
Fantasy's getting through the nerves.
Something else.
I tried to stop recently.
But
I've been doing quite well.
how's it
recently.
going? Yeah?
It's been going quite well. I haven't done that in a while.
But
This
what do
year.
you think was quite nice about the kind of fantasy or what you would say like the delusion of like living in that world of that person
I
maybe.
think it actually kind of saves you as well. Like instead of you like going to chat to that guy and trying to get that gratification from him,
Yeah.
just have a little thought or
For
whatever.
yourself. That's
And
true.
it's cool. Like
the day
back to let's
Yeah.
get back on it. Like
No, it's true.
instead of going back into this tunnel of whatever. And starting all of this garbage
That's
again.
it.
Let me just do a little this over here, and then
Yeah, because I find like, the next day, so I don't fantasize a lot, but every now and again, it's like one thing I would say that I like about dating, and even if you just go out to a little bar or something here and there, is you get a chance to like dress up a bit and gash yourself. Like,
In
You
your
know-
sensual
That's true.
energy.
yeah, you know,
like,
sometimes you
Yeah.
just need to feel like I've still got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give
I've
it
still
the-
got it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just giving. I don't want to be. For me, it's like I can't just be too dry and routine. I'm too young and fly for that.
Yeah.
And also, you know, life is for living in that sense. Like I'm not saying go crazy, but I'm just saying like it's nice to step into that feminine energy and just, you know, receive a compliment or go out for dinner or just dress up. And that could be for yourself, I guess. But like, yeah, at the moment it's a little bit dry.
Yeah, you're in your wilderness.
Do you feel like you're finding more of learning more about yourself for dating in the future? No. She said no.
I think you could
Yeah, a
use
little
it.
bit.
Use it intentionally to
Yeah.
find like more of like, you know, be discerning on like what you want. You know what I mean? Like a bit more
Yeah,
of like,
you're proactively waiting. You're not just like sitting.
yeah.
You're proactively waiting.
What, like, is it
Doing
like
things
praying
for
over
you.
it or something, like praying
Yeah,
over it
like,
and stuff? And
Yeah, praying over it or just just kind
Finding
of.
space of like what is that's for you.
Yeah, exactly. Which I know you do anyway.
Yeah.
You kind of know what you want. I think it's just about timing at this point. And I think at this point you're probably quite bored of all of the
Rubbish.
games
Just
and
all
the
the
track.
games.
Are we all? I know.
That's my word.
Where's the which mic? Which mic? It's boring. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
It's boring.
Like, do you not get tired?
Are you not tired?
No, but
bad.
seriously.
It's
Because you
true.
don't, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, it's insanity.
It is
like,
insanity.
if you don't give yourself space, so I am grateful for the space that I have because actually I've got more energy for me. I'm like, you know, as I was saying, like committing more to like my faith and
Yeah.
just like, just me and my journey without thinking about anyone else or where they're at night or why they haven't messaged me back.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's a lot of headache.
They take
It
up
can be
so
a
much
headache
space
in your mind.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it's fine that you're in this kind of wilderness
true.
period because you'll actually start to realign and start to see what is important.
I agree.
Because that's what I've realised, especially
Yeah.
doing this whole like fasting and stuff.
yeah.
You
Oh,
realise
that's a
like,
fasting.
oh my gosh, I
was
was
I?
worried over you. Like,
I know.
I made you so big in my mind.
Yeah.
And you're really not.
Yeah, very small.
You're
like,
so small.
take them off the pedestal.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's hard though.
Wow, it's hard. It's like maybe I don't
The streets
want
are
to.
cold.
It's January.
It's January, yeah, be January and like January, February,
and you know,
March, April, May, all year round.
And when that
But-
Valentine comes,
we know what's
where's your
coming,
boyfriend?
Ah, where's your boyfriend?
It's that time of year again.
Do you get like
Innit?
in your feels with that as well though? Like if you see all the kind of
Do you?
Sometimes.
if it's in your
Yeah.
face, it feels like it's in your face, isn't it?
Yeah, like
All
it's
the
just
couples.
annoying. Like just
I think
Yeah.
go home,
Go
get
home.
a room.
I fantasize about my own time.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
that's cute.
I'm like one day,
Oh,
one day I'll open the door and there'll be rose petals
sure.
and
100%.
decoration.
I love that.
There'll
I
be a
love
meal. There'll be
Oh,
there'll be a flower.
But do you know what? They're going back to like the whole fantasy thing.
Yeah.
It is also like hope, I feel like.
Yeah.
I think a big part of it is that you're hoping. If you had no hope, I don't think you would fantasize. What's the
No.
point?
It's
You're not gonna get anything
true.
out of it.
Yeah,
I think
no.
True.
it's like,
That's true.
yeah.
It's fun that we're just doing
Yeah.
it just because it's like, I think it's a natural way of us kind of, like you said, like coping in some sense
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
like, I didn't even, I thought I was the only one until you guys started talking about the fantasizing. I
You're
was just
not
like,
the only
I
one.
thought I was alone.
You're really, really
Yeah,
not.
but it's
You know
nice.
what? I've had some friends tell me off about how much I crush.
Oh,
Really?
let's not talk about
Yeah.
the crushes.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh my
like the
God.
way
I crush as
It's
well.
at
It's,
work
so,
as well.
it's intense. It's
So
actually
what, you'll just like find a guy and just like crush on him? Like,
yeah.
Not find one,
No,
but
it's
it could
normally
be
not
someone in
anyone
your
I know.
life.
It's not normally.
oh, was it someone like online? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're one of them.
Oh, no, no,
Is it
yeah.
like
Okay.
a celebrity or like a Insta?
No, do you know what?
A normal
in my
person.
case, it's not quite a celebrity. So it's someone who probably
Like an
doesn't quite
influencer.
know me.
Okay, yeah.
Have you
I
messaged
know
your
of
crush?
them.
Oh,
Have you
Yeah,
messaged
like
them
a few-
before?
Yeah, I've messaged a couple crushes.
Oh,
they never get back.
cute.
But, yeah,
I like
but
that you're shooting your shot.
I've shooting my shot as well.
I've never successfully
Yeah.
landed a shot, but yeah.
You're still shooting it either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So you maybe seen them around. You kind of know a little bit about them. You've done a bit of
exactly.
research.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think like there was
nice.
one time where like my friend like posted someone and I was like, oh, who are they? And then from then, oh god,
You knew.
Yeah.
You knew who
I
they
was
were.
locked in. Yeah.
Wow.
But there's always those few guys on Instagram that you don't really talk to, but they're just always watching your story or lurking.
That's true.
it?
You might be the
Just
you might be
wonder.
the person for that in that sense. Like the crush, they might be
yeah,
crushing on
exactly.
about you.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they haven't actually made that. They
Yeah.
just kind of keep you there. Just I don't know what they're doing, but
Yeah.
You need to
always-
let them know like you're available, you're open
Maybe.
to
Yeah,
it.
is that the
Yeah,
person?
man.
I don't think she's that interested in that one.
I'm scared.
Are you scared?
Yeah, because you don't really know them.
It's
So it's
true.
like, who are you really?
What
That
about
goes back to the risk taken, innit?
Yeah.
And also, you want them to do that, shoot the shot first. Yeah, if you're there, then why not?
What about if you're like in like a work setting? Have you guys ever had like a little work-based situation where you're crushing on the work? Where you're crushing on the... Do you know what I mean? Where you're crushing on someone that you kind of know in the work capacity. So you kind of know them because I guess... But then in a way you don't, because when you're at work, you're at work. It's something different. But what would you say about the work bays? Like, do you have different bays for different
I think
settings
as
and
you
locations?
know, in my case, the work bae became bae. I do think in that case, like when you do that kind of work, it's so intense, like in the kind of drama theatre kind of stuff. It's so intense that, you know, you get really close as opposed to other work environments. But I think that was my first scenario because I don't think I was totally open to like work bae. But no, I think if there was like a work bae, I think I'd be open to it. For sure. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
What about you? Yeah,
It makes your day a bit more interesting, a bit more
does.
juicy.
A
Do you know what I
bit
mean?
spicy.
Yeah.
Like you've got
That's
something
true.
to look forward to. You know, you're going to see that person.
That's
Do
true.
you know what I mean?
That's true.
But then if it does go there, don't you think like, okay, if you did that with me, are you doing that with like other people at work or?
That's a good one.
I don't think I've never had that question
I don't
before.
think only because like connection is quite rare, like that kind of connection. So if you build a special connection with someone, you're not necessarily I don't think
There's so many people at work as well,
Yeah,
but
why
somehow
they
you
connect?
guys
Why have you two
connect. It's not like it's going to be with everyone.
But I feel like the whole premise of work bay is the fact that it's your work bay and then you got your home bay. That's
yes.
what it was like.
That's the purpose
I
of it.
suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it was
Because you spend so much time at work, you might just
Might as
have
well
that
just have
person
someone,
that
yeah.
you can,
So it's different.
Let
when
the
you
time
actually
pass.
develop
Yeah.
feelings for
Yeah,
someone.
yeah.
More intense, like this is my work. Mate.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Mila? You like,
I don't know. Like,
think
I
it's
feel
like a
like I agree. I think it's like it's nice because it lets the time go by in some
Yeah.
sense in that way. Yeah. But it's not like
From experience, man.
it's really hard.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, lets the time go by.
No, I think the work bay thing is cute, but it's nice when it stays at work. Because I had a work bay a while ago, maybe.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
It didn't.
We did meet outside.
Okay. Yeah.
Like once or twice, but in all honesty, when I met them outside of work, I was just thinking, this is not work baying. Like this is not what
It's a different dynamic.
It was just different.
Yeah,
like I
it's true.
actually liked it living in the work situation.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that deep really,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's just a bit of eye candy. It's like, oh, they're cute.
Yeah.
And you've got
it's
like
true.
a connection, like you banter, you get along, but it doesn't need to go past that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it needs to go past that, really.
I mean,
My friend,
Sometimes it does.
But yeah, like so my friend, her work bae is now her husband. They got two
Wow.
beautiful children together.
Some people do.
Testimony.
Yeah. Testimony. Look at that, innit?
Yeah.
Actually, it
can
is
happen,
a
I
nice
guess,
place
yeah.
to meet.
Yeah.
Because where would you
Organic
say
as
you're
well.
meeting? Like, okay, if
People.
we're taking online
Off the table.
where are we meeting people? Because we all single.
Streets.
On the streets.
What are you saying, Adish? What's your number?
I read that.
They won't know your name, but what are you saying, beautiful? Like the streets, yeah? Are you happy to find
That's the only option, eh? It's the
The
club.
street, the club, the club.
church?
Church is good.
If you're
Church is.
active. I mean, church is a bit of a.
It's a.
Do you know what? With all this base stuff, there's just politics to a lot of it. Like even in church, you don't know if someone's single, if they're dating. You don't
Yeah.
know what their status is. You don't know what their
Really?
intentions
They don't have the
are.
rings.
No, but like if
The
they-
courting, it's not like, it's
courting,
not
yeah.
like,
I
it
see what you
wouldn't
mean.
necessarily have a ring for
No.
courtship, I don't think.
No.
You
Oh
just
no,
don't-
but
yeah.
You wouldn't really know
Yeah,
until
yeah.
you actually
Ask.
ask
to them,
And
yeah.
you don't really know what a guy's intentions are as well at church. You don't know where he's at in life. Some people say, "Yeah, God told me you're my wife." It's just like He didn't tell me that.
Not my God. not my God.
Last time I checked,
I know.
last time I checked,
Tell him to come and talk to me
I'm
directly.
I'm not sure about it.
Have you had that?
No, I
okay,
haven't had that. But and that's another thing about church is like I feel like everyone's looking, so everyone's trying to be like, yeah, I'm listening for the word.
But do you think
But
secretly-
everyone's like checking each other out, kind of thing on the
Do you
low
think
low.
secretly, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's natural. Like whether you're at church or at the club, if you're mixing guys and girls, in a
some type
place,
of
there's
looking,
naturally gonna be some sort of
connection being
Yeah.
made.
And if you
It's
see
true.
something beautiful and you're like, or something that's just your type, you are gonna look. I think with me, like, I just try not to, especially like in the church environment, is, you know, I'm building that slowly, like my faith, all the rest of it, but it's hard. Like, you want to focus on
100%
your
what we
relationship,
just
but
have been-
naturally you've got eyes, and it's like
Yeah.
you just have to kind of keep
Yeah.
tuning in. But you know, seeing someone lift the chairs, and as I was talking about, or just doing these chairs, bro, or just like really on fire, like it is amazing. Like I'm attracted to. What's one thing that you would say you're like really attracted to? That's
Passion.
like passion. Did you say? Where passion? Where?
No, if
In
somebody's passionate about something, that makes me feel like, oh, okay, I see. Like, I like it when guys get into their own, like, into
I
their
hear it.
thing
The
about their
drive.
thing.
I like the passion, the drive,
Yeah.
the hard work. What would you guys say? Like,
I think someone just, it sounds a bit cliche, but a guy that can really take initiative.
Yeah.
Just because guys that I've experienced aren't really good at that.
Do you think it's
So,
British guys?
London guys?
London guys.
Yeah, let's be specific. Let's
Okay.
hone it down.
do you think?
London guys can be lazy.
No, London guys can be spoiled. I think they're quite spoiled and they have a lot of choice, and so they don't really have to do
They don't
much
wanna
'cause
do
the
anything.
next girl's around the corner. kind of
Sometimes,
thing.
not all of them, but some of them, you know.
And I think they don't really have a lot of pride in like dating a woman. Like, I feel like
True.
with other guys from other countries or African or whatever, they take pride in like looking after women.
Yeah, it's true.
That
It's
is,
true.
I've experienced.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
There's a bit
A
of a
British girl,
difference.
they're kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
it's alright, you can look after yourself. You're independent, aren't you?
Oh my
Like, it's
gosh.
like, yeah,
Or like,
but
I'm
like,
the prize.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
and it's like,
It's a
okay,
struggle.
I know.
Yeah.
yeah.
What about you, Nadej?
Do you know what? I think my one has definitely gotten me into trouble in the past, but I think I'm really attracted to talent. And it's gotten me in trouble because sometimes that's all they have. Like, not all they have, but it's just like, are you nice to me? Are you? But sometimes it's so all
Yeah.
that it's just like you don't see all the
Yeah.
everything past that.
And sometimes people can hide behind their talents as well. And it's similar to work because sometimes you got like, because I work in employment, sorry. But sometimes you got like hard skills and soft skills.
Yeah,
And some
yeah,
people can
true.
hide behind their hard skills. Like, say, for example, I'm a coder and all you know is coding.
Yeah.
But you can't
Don't have
show
your-
up to an interview and have
Yeah.
a conversation.
That is-
Like, you don't know how
Yeah.
to communicate.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
don't know how
Do
to
you
work
have
in a team.
relationship skills?
Yeah.
And also, there is also that thing where they kind of like what's the word? Like
Compensate?
prioritize
Yeah,
their
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, but because I'm so talented, I don't need to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that. I don't
yeah,
need to
yeah,
have
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it wasn't quite talent, but I remember dating a guy like some years ago and he was a surgeon. And
Wow,
he,
that is a talent.
yeah, but he was very much like, you know, well, I'm out here saving lives, so I don't need to answer to you I'm not saying that you
but
need
you gotta
to,
be like,
but he has this kind of
That's
like,
your role. That's
that
what
he
you do
kind
for
of
a
had,
job as
right?
well.
He kind
Yeah.
of had this like over importance
Godlike.
of he was
Yeah.
like, I must, godlike almost
Yeah.
thing where it's just like, you know, I don't need to, you know, have relationship skills. I need to communicate with you. I'm doing this huge important thing, and he almost didn't see me or what I do because I do
problem.
important things too.
Yeah,
you know? Like, and
exactly,
you're not
yeah.
even taking that into consideration. So there also can be that
Yeah.
inflated ego around it as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
A
not-
job like that would, I feel like, insert like lots of ego because people
100.
around him would
Yeah.
probably be like, oh, so his family are
on
probably
this,
like, oh,
yeah.
you're this, and put it on the
100.
pedestal. So it's probably the first
Exactly.
time he's been confronted with the fact that like you need to show up in other ways
Yeah.
You
than
can't
just
make
your job title.
excuses.
Yeah.
You can't make excuses. And it's annoying if it's just like with someone like that, it can always be on their terms sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
like,
100%
I
what
need
it
to see
was,
you, my
yeah.
schedule's like this,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
too busy.
too busy.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
that
It was
busy.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
if someone really
I've had people like that
cares,
and they're not even surgeons. They're just
they're just
Like, what are you doing?
you know.
yeah. So yeah, it was 100% like that.
it's true.
No, it is like, yeah, I think with some people, they've got all these excuses and they're like, oh, no, I'm too busy. But you're never that busy. If you really like someone, someone really likes you, they'll show you. You'll know about
100%.
it.
Yeah.
That's the
You
bottom
wouldn't,
line.
yeah, and it's hard to, I'm not going to, even saying it, it's hard to deep it. But yeah, if someone really likes you, they'll show up for you. You
That's true.
You won't be sitting there going, you won't be confused.
That's true.
You will have that clarity that's
Yeah.
like, they appreciate me, they love on me, they adore me. But like, do you think if someone does give you all of that, is that something that's a bit sickly to you, or something that you would?
Is it sickly for you?
It's like, no. I love that. Like, if someone was genuinely like just showering you, like worshipping the ground you walk on, like, especially because we all have different experiences. But if it was something that you weren't used to, or like, do you think that's something that would put you off a little bit? Because it's like, is this sincere? Is this sincere?
Yeah.
Or would you be like, okay, like right now where you're at, like I'm open to actually changing my type a little bit, going a bit outside the box. Are you ready?
I know.
Are you ready to switch it up?
No,
let us
100%.
know.
I have to be like, yeah, my type has not got me no favors. So yeah, I have to be ready to just be open to something different. But yeah, it comes back down to like, is it genuine? Is it sincere? I guess you can't.
What do you mean when you say is it like? Do you feel like that person's trying to?
I feel like with some people, they just do that anyway. Like them, like showering and all of that. That's just
who they are.
Yeah,
And it's not about you. It's about
Oh, so it's not.
So I would still kind of question that, and it's also about like sometimes it's just about attraction as well. Like if you're getting that all from a guy that you're just not attracted to, it's gonna be a little bit icky. But if it's someone that okay, cool, like.
Yeah,
I feel you as well. Like it's gonna hit different.
Do you know what? It just made me. It's literally just come to mind, but it made me think of this video that I saw when the person was talking about if you want to see someone like really likes you and they're not gonna waste your time, whatever. Like ask them the question, like, what do you like about me?
Facts.
And
it's
see
that
what
simple
they
about me.
Yeah,
Like,
and what do they say? Are they
is it
saying
generic?
like you're just such a good vibe, like you're so fun, like I've had that like you're just such a good vibe, like you're just easy going and like you're just so
generic.
Do you know what I hate?
It is
You're so much fun.
You're so you hate that.
No vibes. You're good.
Don't
vibes.
tell me I'm fun.
Don't tell me I'm fun. Yeah.
I don't. Don't tell me I'm fun.
wanna be fun.
I don't want to be fun. No, I'm joking. But like, it's nice, but then it's also like, know me
does that
more.
mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I know my ex, he used to always say, "Oh, you're just so much fun. You're so much fun."
And
it's
you know
like,
what? Some guys
what does that mean?
People can sometimes just like leech on that because they know, oh, you're the fun
Yeah.
person. Oh, let me go to her for a bit of fun and then
Go
back to
somewhere else.
As well, yeah.
You've got to be careful.
I feel like saying to someone, "Oh, you're so much fun," is very different to saying, "I love spending time with you."
Yeah,
Those are two different things.
That's true.
One is about you know, and the other is just like what
Bit
you
of
do for them.
entertainment.
Almost, like your entertainment for them.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that, but it
And
just
it's a bit
doesn't
more
feel right. It
it's a
feels
bit more
different when you say
vulnerable
those
as
two
well.
different things.
Yeah, it's a bit more
Yeah.
vulnerable to say I love spending time. Like I really
Yeah.
enjoy spending time with you. I think it's a bit more.
Do you feel like people have that language? Do you feel like men have that, or women have that language of like actually knowing how to express their true emotions?
Listen, they better find it.
I
They
think
better
do,
find it.
Yeah.
I think because I think it's so natural and
it
it's
comes
just
from the heart.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it's two kind of different things almost. And it like you said, when it comes from the heart, that's how you probably would express it. That's how that's what a child would say.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's true.
What, like a child would say what?
I
do you
I
mean?
love spending time with you.
Yeah.
I love spending time
It's
with
true.
you. You're my
It's like an
favourite.
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just pulls out. Like,
Yeah.
even if you're
It's
trying to
very
hold
natural.
back,
Yeah.
if you really like someone, it's like either way, you just end up being, it just comes out.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's true. If something's from the heart, it doesn't, they don't have to word it all fancy, but it's like,
Exactly. It's
they're
just-
being specific. Like, you know, that thing that you do with your,
But for you, do you feel like you need someone to actually say it, or do you think through their actions you can see
a
it?
bit of
Like,
love languages.
Because
Yeah.
I've seen action with
Yeah.
some things, and then it's like no words, and I'm like,
What
does
do you
that mean?
What would you say?
like
I think I prefer the action.
I felt
Yeah.
yeah.
If you say you love spending time with me, I want to see you spend time with me. Then. Do you know what
just
I
tell
mean?
me this. Tell
Proof
me,
is
like,
in the
show
pudding.
Do you know
up.
what I mean? Yeah, show up. So
Okay.
but obviously the words definitely solidify that, but
Yeah.
more action.
I want you to guess what you think ours might be.
Oh, okay.
Action or
Or
words.
yeah, or like the words and
I think all of your words. From what you're saying, from what you've been saying.
Baby is like, you like airy fairy.
sweet laughing sometimes, but I see
No, you're wrong. I like the
like, you're
action.
Do you like action,
I like the words. I like
I'm not even
Words
gonna
of
lie.
affirmation.
I like the words. I'm words of affirmation. It's
yeah.
up there. Acts of service as well, but like words of affirmation for me. But it
Something
changes.
about words,
It
Do you know
depends.
what? For
It allows me to
me,
live it. Go
I
on.
was like, give me both. I
Yeah.
want
True.
both.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
can't you have either or?
I want 50-50, like
Yeah.
both. They're
I
just
want it
important.
all. I want it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But actually, we've been thinking about how the guys present themselves. What do we know what we bring to the
I
table?
am the table.
I am the table.
Somebody asked me that
Oh.
once.
Yeah,
And then-
someone was.
Who
to
just said,
ask
what do you
that.
bring to the table?
And what did you say? I'm just.
I said, what do you mean? Have you not been dating me for how long? You have to ask this question. Nah. It was soon ending. It was soon ending.
over from. Yeah, like if someone asks you, like, what do you bring to the table? What,
I am the table.
thing?
Nah, I don't. You know what? You guys answer.
I'm not answering
Maybe
that
I'm
disrespectful
insecure.
question.
Exactly,
Okay?
yeah.
Ask me that
what you would
question.
say,
Yeah, I
But
said,
would you ask that question to someone? Would you bring really? What do you bring to the
No.
table?
no.
I think it's a bit rude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's other ways to ask that. Yeah.
But
Because
you
you're
just have to
given.
peep what they're doing.
Yeah.
Observe. That's
Yeah.
what they're bringing.
If you have to
the
ask that
table.
question, then maybe you don't really see the value that I give to you.
Do you
Yeah.
get it?
Oh, you don't get me. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Like,
it's the same
why am I
thing.
valued? Yeah.
Yeah.
See me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
see me.
And
Actually,
that's
see
what it all
me.
boils
Yeah.
down to, like someone seeing you.
Yeah,
Because
that's love.
bombing
Yeah.
is not someone based on someone seeing you.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Because,
That's
like, yeah.
interesting.
I feel like we all bring so. Go on. What would
No,
you say?
no, we
What would
all
you
bring.
say?
We all
You all bring so much. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Of just who we are. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think we can just help, not support, because you know that as women, I feel like sometimes we want to build or build with, you know what I mean, in many ways. And we
Yeah.
see so much and like how someone can be like, not the potential, but you can see how, doing this can help them
Yeah.
evolve.
We're
in that way, or
visionaries. We're
this-
visionaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you let us, we would help in that way. But it's
Yeah.
not like always that, you know, we have to. We're not obligated to do that. But it's just something that we naturally do. And we do it with each other as a sisterhood
Yeah.
too. So it's natural that
Yeah.
you do that in your relationships
Yeah.
too. Do you get what I mean? So
But
it's like,
it made me think because I clocked when I was with someone. I'm not even gonna, you know
Not even
what?
getting someone who shall not be named.
They will not be named, but also, you know when you just think, I am being more specific.
Okay.
That's, about like who I date, more intentional with dating and all of that. But anyways, what I clocked is that they didn't actually talk about like us or like the future of. So I started to realize maybe this person's like not seeing me in their future, or like it's
Long
more of a
term.
temporary thing. Because I think if you clock the way someone speaks about you, or you guys
gotta
being
pay attention,
together,
innit?
it's like we, us. Like, yeah, you can have your dream, chase, make your money, whatever. But like, is this for us?
Yeah.
Or is it just about like,
Yeah.
I hear you on that.
yeah.
Do you know what? Speaking on the topic of like kind of being seen and stuff like that, the amount of times, right? Because I have had like a lot of close guy friends over the years. Not so much now, but for many, many years, like very close male friends. And it's like, I know all these amazing women, and some of whom are single. And I might like, tell them about this friend or whatever, and it's like they don't going back to like what we bring to the table and saying we all bring so much, and it's like they don't see it, and I'm like, I don't understand. They don't
see
see
what
it,
you're
and then
saying.
you want
I've
to
got-
go and see something in someone else that's not there.
Yeah.
But wait, I think
She's like, I've seen the people you date. This is nothing.
let me
Do you
advise
get it?
you.
And then I'm saying,
Let me
I'm
advise you.
recommending,
Yeah.
and you get like a reference,
recommendation.
And you know what?
and it's like, and they just don't see it, and that's
It's
I've
weird.
experienced that, and I've experienced that
But
on the
people
flip
like what they
side,
like,
like
innit?
with me, like a friend
Yeah.
saying to someone, "Oh, this person," and they don't see that in me as well. It's interesting.
But the question is it that they don't see it, or are they intimidated by it?
I think that no, I just think that they're conditioned. I think they're narrow-minded. I
okay.
think
What
they're-
is the it in that sense?
ick.
Like the it that you're
like they don't see
referencing
what
to?
I see in the sense of like this is a woman who can change your life. This is a woman
Yeah.
that you can grow with.
Wow.
This is a
That's what I
woman
mean,
who,
yeah.
and I see that like in all of my women friends. You know,
Yeah.
like just so much power, so much creativity, so much confidence, so like all of you guys who I've known for years,
Yeah.
like, and it's like, that's not enough for you. What are you looking for?
Deep.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
But then guys know. Some
Yeah.
guys just know when
I
they
think
know.
men are very shallow as
and they
well.
can't. That's true. That's true.
And that's what I mean by, are they intimidated by it? Because I think some guys, they just want simplicity. Like, they don't want too much. Maybe like
think so.
women,
Yeah.
I think maybe like women like us who are a bit more outspoken, or we love these type of conversations. Like we really like to get into deep convo.
we're
I
all or
would hope
nothing.
that. I would hope that many guys would want that though.
But what you
But
saying?
it's
What
like-
maybe women like us? What?
I think they might feel like it's a bit of a challenge, like too much of a
Too
challenge.
much.
I think, you know,
Like
what
a
you said,
challenge,
we
man.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like what you say, like many guys would want that. I think it goes back to what you said earlier about people changing. Do people want to change? Do these men want to be challenged, or do they want to be comfortable?
Facts.
Do they want to be
Comfortable.
a woman who's just gonna nod their head and be
Facts.
like,
Yeah.
this is,
Yeah.
and just make their egos just be there for their egos, you know?
The simple thing is interesting. Like, what someone that's just more. What do you mean? Like the
Literally what she just described, what Nadej just described, like that sits in the corner and just kind of agrees.
okay,
and
a bit
it's
more
like-
submissive.
Exactly. And doesn't really rock the boat too much. Like if she doesn't really like something, she won't really like, you know, like
Challenge it too much.
She'll just let it go kind of thing.
Wow.
Rather than someone who's,
But you know what I think also needs to be said as well is that just because someone is outspoken, it doesn't mean they aren't also agreeable and cooperative.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like people think those things are mutually exclusive.
They're
A
not.
woman can be outspoken and determined and be someone who challenges you, but also can be someone who is also very comforting for you and agreeable.
Yeah.
You
And
know
a
what I mean?
safe
When
space.
when
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people say like women are ready to submit as long as you're worth submitting to. Like,
Yeah.
are you that guy?
Are you
Or
that
not?
guy?
As long as
Do
they
you know
feel
what I mean?
safe.
Yeah,
like, with
exactly.
you. Yeah.
Are you really? Yeah.
Are you really that guy? But then it does make me think. Someone said this. One of my male friends said this to me because you know you've got a mix of like you got the single friends, you got the friends that might be married or whatever. I don't have a lot of married friends yet, but you know we will. Anyways,
Amen.
amen. Yeah. We are. You know we're single now, but you never know what's around the corner. And actually, I'll get back to the single point because it's just juicy what's going on in my mind. But on the he said to me, men lie to the people they love, like the women that they. I know. He said this. He actually said this. Like when I
Lie
really
to the people they love.
yeah, as in like if I really
They don't wanna hurt
care
them.
and love, like you'd be surprised. That,
Lie
like,
with what lie?
some men, but I think what he was trying to say in a nutshell, this is what I got from it, is like out of protection, like he's not always truthful to that person. Like
I hear it.
it's more like not saying it's right to, but you'd be surprised when like, okay, I don't want to hurt you. We're that close that I'd rather just
I hear
skim
it.
the truth
we
a
all
little
do
bit.
stuff like that though.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like your best friend on her birthday.
Mila's like, how? She's shattering her delusion right now. She's like, how could you lie to me?
I
Why?
think we all do that though. Like,
What was you about the
said your best
birthday?
friend
Like,
yeah, your best friend on her birthday, she's come in with an outfit that you think looks terrible. You're not going to tell her it looks terrible.
Hey.
She's feeling herself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
I don't know, you know. I think I might just be like, if she asks, if she doesn't
Okay.
ask, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
But if she asks, I'm like, it's not
It's
my
not for me.
favorite outfit.
Yeah.
that you've
Okay,
worn.
fair enough.
Because
Yeah.
usually I feel
It's not
like
my favourite.
there's a
Actually, you would say
there's a
that.
preview beforehand. Usually there's a
She
preview.
say that, but you say it's such a
I know it's not
soft,
my
kind
favourite.
way.
I
I don't feel like
my
I'm too
favourite.
offended, but she'll be like, it's not my favourite. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
All right, I get you. I get the point.
But yeah, I think we all do lie to the people we love, like whether or not it's, you know, intentional. It's just like sometimes you can be really close to someone. Like we're all close and good. Like we've got our own relationships and friendships, but
That's not love.
go on.
No.
Yeah, don't lie.
It's not love.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, so like in All About Love, they do talk about like lying in like love and that type of thing as well.
This is a book by
Yeah,
Bell
like
Hooks.
Bell Hooks. And I feel like she talks about like kind of diffusing different ways people see love. So like, for instance, like with parents like disciplining their children, that type of thing as well sometimes. But I feel like that's one of those things, like when we lie to each other, it's like when you lie to a child, okay, yeah, you're protecting them in some sense because you don't want to say, you know, Santa's not real or whatever. Do you get what I mean? But then when you're an adult, then it's like at this point you're not seeing me as somebody who can take that truth.
Yeah,
Do you get what I mean?
we definitely lie to protect ourselves. That's definitely
It's
why
true.
we
It's
lie.
more about you. It's more about you than it is about them. Yeah. Don't lie to me and tell me that it's for me. It's for you because you don't want to.
But do you really want the truth though?
Sometimes
You
no.
handle the truth.
But tell me.
love.
I mean,
We
I
love
want
what
it.
we
I know I want it. But
you
tell
really?
me. Tell me anyway,
Yeah,
because then at least
fair.
that way I will deal
You
and
will,
find
yeah,
a way to
to
handle
handle
that.
it.
And
Yeah.
I would
Not
at
everyone
least if
can
it's
handle it. Not
yeah.
everyone can handle it.
And I don't mean like petty little lies. I mean like if it's some deep stuff, tell me. Do you know what I mean?
because
Like,
it can open the door to a deeper connection. One thing I
Yeah.
realized is like, even just with friends and stuff like that, if you can be honest and just really say where you're at, even if it's hurtful,
tell me softly,
it will
but tell me.
strengthen the connection in a way
Yeah.
because your communication is getting stronger. But what I do feel like is the reason why I brought that up is because sometimes people aren't as honest. Like you can be finding out down the line, hey, I just wanted a bit of a situationship here. I wasn't sure.
Situationships need to die.
They need to die.
They need to be
Ah.
ended in 2023.
Yeah.
2021.
But the thing is with the situation, can we not deep that in the moment? Like, do they need to tell us? Don't their actions show
That they want
that
situation.
that incongruence, that inconsistency between? Do you get that? Is
Yeah.
giving, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, it's true.
It's
You want
given
someone to be honest,
situation,
and
yeah.
that's true. But at the same time, it's like
Sometimes you
we
can
can
tell.
we should,
We know.
yeah, we know.
Don't lie to yourself.
We lie to ourselves.
Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself.
That's true. I do
Yeah,
lie
yeah,
to
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Don't lie to yourself. Me, I love lying to myself.
Oh my god!
Sometimes I do as well.
All the time.
Just to
I
get-
do.
cracks me up.
I do.
I think he was really feeling it.
I know that. I've been calling. He loves me. He loves me. Like he
You
doesn't
know,
care.
He gave me an extra long hug or whatever. You never know.
No, it's
You
true.
never
It's
know.
true.
But I mean, we can say it for next because we're gonna do a part. We can say it for next.
Okay, yeah. Next time. It's true.
But I was gonna say, like, being single, I must say, is there's so much joy in it as well. Like, I know it's easy. We get a hard time sometimes because
single women.
I would say, yeah, like at this age, sometimes I get
yeah.
not like I'm super old, but it's those questions or those comparisons
Yeah.
or the
Pressure.
expectation on women to like, okay, where's your? It's like if you don't have your husband yet or whatever, it's like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Rather than like coming from a place of you don't know why. Maybe that person's chosen not to settle. Maybe they've chosen not to just hang about to hang about.
Who
It's
are
true.
married are
So-
aren't happy and they have settled, and you know what I'm saying. But,
Thank you. And we don't want to be one of them.
Wow.
Shade is really shading. The palm trees
No,
are
but
out.
it's true. And even with some of my friends that are like, yeah,
true.
they're married or whatever, like they've expressed, and what I love is their realness
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
because as your
Yeah.
friend, on the other side of like
Yeah.
romance and like
It's not
dating
all
and stuff,
rainbows.
It's not.
you get to hear how they're experiencing things. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done the marriage counselling, or this was very difficult for us. Like someone even said it to me. It's like you're carrying that person's burdens as well. You're not just carrying like the fun times, whatever. When they're down and sad or something's going on, you will also be carrying that.
How hard would you guys fight then, like in a relationship, not like a marriage, but a relationship, for that relationship to work, to last? Like, what is the tipping point for you guys then?
I think it goes back to what I was saying. Like, if I really see this person, my person, if I really see that I can be happy with this person for the rest of my life, I'm gonna fight as hard as I can.
Yeah.
You know, as long as there's no kind of deceit and betrayal. If it's that kind of thing,
Yeah.
that's different. Or abuse, of course.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
with abuse,
God
but I think
forbid.
But I think if it's like an external problem, they've been laid off, they have an illness, they have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like
No,
I would
100%.
fight as much as I can if it's something that a problem they're bringing to the relationship. It's a bit of a different situation, but who knows?
Yeah, I think as long as I can see they're fighting as well. Like,
Yeah,
That's true as
important.
well.
'cause
Yeah.
I don't want to be the only one fighting here. Like,
That's
what
a
we
good
fighting
point.
Yeah.
when
That's
you've
good.
checked out, like,
That's true.
you might as well go.
But they might
Do you
check
know what
back
I mean?
in.
Think about that.
They might
Yeah.
check back in when? How long are we waiting for them to check back in?
Exactly.
Once
Once they go and see Sally and Susan and Sarah,
Oh, God forbid. God forbid.
then they've checked out in that
Check
time.
Exactly. Like, it's travel lodge.
So
What's
then
going
it's
on?
the hotel.
No way.
No way.
Do you have
Holiday
access?
Inn.
No way.
Premier Inn. No.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What about you? Oh yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like as women, we do kind of carry it for the both of
It's
us.
true
Like,
already.
Okay, if you're not fighting the way, I've got this low. Like, okay, I get
Yeah.
that to a certain extent, but
Yeah.
I think sometimes that allows space for the spouse to just sit back
Coast.
even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than them stepping up as well, like allow
Yeah,
them to
it's
step
true.
up and
It's
don't
true.
allow them to just.
Coast,
Yeah.
yeah. Because we were even saying it's like when we was thinking about the African community and stuff like that, and how you know we went to something and it was quite sad. It was a hard time, but we could see the women setting up. You know, this is
Oh,
like
yeah, I
a
remember
very
this.
sad moment,
Yeah.
and the women were.
They were showing up.
They were
Yeah,
showing up,
the
and then the
women
men
doing
were
the
just
work.
chilling.
Like you just get in there and you get on with
That's
it.
it.
Like
Yeah.
you don't
That's
even ask, you just do
Yeah.
what you need to do.
Yeah.
Whereas with the men, it was kind of like
The women are doing what they're doing. Yeah.
And we're sitting here waiting, like
They
waiting on what?
Yeah, they felt no shame to
shame.
just sit, watch the ladies do the tables and the chairs as much, you know, and I keep banging on about the chairs.
That's
You must go back
why.
to
That's
this.
why.
It's
That's
true.
But I couldn't
Like,
believe it. Like, you're not offering to help. These are
That's
grown
wild.
men.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
and then on top of it, what happened? Like one of the ladies was like, "Yeah, you
Oh, men go first.
to eat." So we done.
But
all
they
the
do that in the
setup.
African community, though.
Yeah,
They do that,
The
yeah.
men, I was
what?
so.
Let me just say something.
Couldn't
I'm reading
believe
this book at the moment called Drinking from Graveyard Wells. And she breaks down because it's like stories, but it's sick. She's like a Zimbabwean author. And like she has all these stories all based around like women in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Like I think some are real stories, but when you see the what's it called? Like with
Patriarchy.
yeah, that
Yeah.
and when you like in the continent as well, it hits different because we have different. I think we have privileges over here in the UK,
Yeah.
especially. And then when you put it in that context, it's
Yeah.
stories. It's just painful to read.
is.
Like, this is how these women,
And it's like
these beautiful women are being treated.
Yeah. And it's like you can't wonder why you end up in certain situations. Not all situations, but I think as women sometimes, especially in like the African culture, we do enable the men to do a lot of these things. You're enabling them. And so it's like when ish hits the fan, we can't wonder why like this happened because you've been enabling. You can't always blame them, of course not. But yeah, you just got to be careful. There's certain things we pick up from our parents' generation. and all
True.
that. Some things we've got to set lay it down.
Yeah.
So
like,
do you feel like we're the generation to change that then?
yeah, we've got
Yes.
to be.
Yeah.
Let's
have to
hope
be.
and pray. Yeah.
Exactly. I guess until we like have our own families and children, we set our own kind of traditions and culture and stuff. Obviously, we're second generation, most of us.
Yeah.
We're not to know until we hit those
Get to that
milestones. But I would hope so.
Do you feel like that's the flip side of what you were saying earlier about like men taking pride in looking after their women? That there is those kind of those different
Expectations. Yeah, that's true. Between men and women, I think it's also it depends country to country as well because
True.
you see certain countries where that is part of their culture. Like men are these prideful alphas,
Yeah,
like,
dominant.
yeah.
They run everything, kind of
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
And then women are
Happy
they've got their
to
place
serve
as well.
them.
Yeah.
Whereas other societies and cultures, women are the matriarchs and that's the expectation, and men are the kind of like chill, laid back. Like it's just the setup.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
And I think every relationship has such a different dynamic. It might bring out, I think for me, as long as there's a bit of a balance or there's some sort of, we're just working together. Like I'm not
mutual understanding
on my own
in
in this relationship. The worst thing is to be in a relationship and to be alone.
It's true.
Like just don't have the person. There's no point of having the person there just to be there. It's like, it just adds to more of that feeling of being alone. It's just pointless.
I
really
agree. I
is.
agree. Like for me as well, like I think like if someone is, like you guys said, like giving up or not like trying to be there, but then also I think for me it's like if I don't feel the friendship anymore, like I feel like then it's like what are we doing? Do you get what I mean? Like I need to have my
friendship
friend
in
in
the
that
relationship.
relationship. Yeah.
So you like that as a foundation? Would you say like a friendship?
Because if my friend is messing up, I can go to them and say, look, this is I'm just saying how we do
This
things.
ain't
This
working.
is not working like this, and it's like it doesn't feel no way. But now if we're now enemies,
Yeah.
I'm now looking for you to mess up so I can then be like, See, look how you did that. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's not like, so that friendship really generally needs to be there for you and for me. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah.
The foundations are definitely important. I mean, I'm thankful for where I'm at right now. And it's like, it's just embracing those seasons. Like, it's never by force to have someone now. Like, you don't know why you're going through something. But at the end of the day, it's like, there's so much you can take forward in this time, you know, instead of just hanging on to things or doing things because you see everyone else. Yeah, now I'm seeing this on socials. I now need to be in this. It's like, don't allow yourself to just to compare like so much and be influenced of, oh, that person seems like they've got it together. Like, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. On either side.
That's true.
It's not easy, you know? So it's very... I love it.
Yeah.
We love love. We love love. What's one, okay, so quick fire round, whatever comes to mind quickly, but what's one piece of advice you would give your younger self?
In love.
Yeah, when it comes to love, like what's something that you wish you knew from before? Even the piece of advice you could give to someone now or like to yourself, when it comes to dating and love.
Should I go first?
We can give you guys some time to think. Yeah. Okay, you go first, baby.
I would say to my younger self, like, don't, like, allow yourself to know what you want and where you're at before you start to feed into love.
Okay.
You know, finding that self-love first before you start to kind of look for love outside, and don't try to find the love outside to love yourself. Yeah, that's what I definitely say to my younger self. Yeah,
to validate like who you are, like validate yourself first and build on that self-love. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go next and we'll do you guys last.
Yeah.
I would say be patient. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Okay. Be patient with that person. But like, just be patient and know that it's okay. Sometimes, you know, you're a bit of a late bloomer. You know, I feel like I was a bit of a late... No, seriously, like I've learned so much. But I'll just say be patient and know that it will come and it's literally okay. Like you will survive one night in the sheets alone. It's okay. In the sheets alone. Just have your hot water bottle. You're fine. You know, your takeout. Just chill. It's calm. Relax.
Yeah. That's a good one.
What would you say?
I would say be more open to being vulnerable. I think something that you do quite well is you just put all your cards on the table. If it goes well, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. True. But they will know that you tried.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
If you put all your cards on the table and you tried.
At least you've tried. Yeah. What else can you do?
There's no regrets there.
Yeah. The same with everything else in life, whether it's an interview or whatever. Like you'll try and you'll prepare as much as you can. You'll leave it down to the day. If it goes well, it goes well.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, but at least you know you tried.
Yeah.
And you were open to trying. So
I like that.
Yeah. More vulnerability. What would you say?
I think probably just like listening to my intuition. I think, just listening to my intuition.
Yeah.
I think definitely something around like, I think this is hard when you're young, but like seeking good guidance.
Yeah.
The wrong guidance can set you on the wrong path.
Track. Yeah.
So being able to discern like good guidance has been really crucial actually for me. And I can think of times where I was given good guidance and how that like built my self-esteem versus times I was given bad guidance and just the things went left. Because people do influence you.
Yeah.
Whether you realize it or not, like the things people say, the advice they give, it influences you. So
yeah, you have to be careful about what where you're seeking advice and what you're actually taking in. Yeah.
For
Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for like
joining us.
Yeah,
we have to do a part 2 for sure.
Thank you.
What did you say?
We have to do a part 2 for sure.
Of course,
be
like
fun.
you guys are willing to come back, right? We didn't scare you off. We honestly appreciate you, and we've loved just having this chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
We have been M&M Talks.